Good morning. This is something new for me. To be honest, I feel a little awkward about it because it does feel unnatural just simply talking to a phone. You know that chapter, it's either in Rights of Love or Anasta, I don't remember which. It's a chapter called Snake Go-Betweens. And basically, they were trying to figure out how to milk the cow without having to milk the cow. And someone suggested a snake going and drinking the milk out of the udder and then squeezing it out into the cup. And someone said, well, then we would appreciate the snake and not the cow. Similarly to how the snake dropped the apple for Eve, and then Eve thanked the snake and not the tree, and then the tree shuddered. I feel that way about phones. It's like if we're trying to have a conversation with somebody, we're actually hyper-fixated on the phone, not the actual person. Like, yeah, it's helping close the distance, but then we're like on our phone all the time. And the person isn't actually receiving what it is that we're trying to convey to them because it's going to the phone. However, I'm experimenting today. Because I'm not just talking out loud to a phone. I'm also talking to myself, talking to my surroundings, talking to my garden, talking to the cosmos, talking to eventually whoever is on the other end of this video. And just seeing how it goes. I am on my motherland right now. The same land that I was conceived on, born on, raised on. My mother ate from this very soil when she was pregnant with me and while she was breastfeeding me, and then I ate from this land when I was little, all throughout when I was grown. And I don't know a lot of people who have that. I'm here in this very same soil. I spent the winter work trading on an organic farm in Florida. I've tried to live in this space because I love it, because of how much it has loved me. But I've also tried to avoid this space because of how much pain it brings me. I'm here now for however long. And I'm back in my garden space, which has been neglected in my absence. And I'm currently weeding, and I don't know how long I'll be here, but maybe I'll plant some stuff. I'm excited because there are some volunteer plants from last year's crop, which makes me really happy. It's like a garden is the gift that keeps on giving. When I'm weeding, I notice all the negative thoughts I have. It's like when I'm out there in the world doing my thing, maybe I have them and I don't really notice them, but when I'm weeding, I'm like, oh, I have so many negative thoughts. I'm not just weeding the literal garden, I'm also weeding the garden in my mind. Oh. I want to keep that thought. I don't want to keep that thought. The last few days on the farm my son and I were on, one of the last nights we were there, my son fell asleep and I walked the farm under the light of the stars and the moon, and I gave it my love. I felt so much love and gratitude for it because it had fed us and held us. I sang to it. It sang to me with its birds. It fed us. It was just a beautiful spot on the earth, and I felt so lucky to be there. We poured our blood, sweat, and tears into it. And as I was sending it my love and appreciation, I felt it love me back. It was then, I mean, I've known this, but we forget, right? It was in that moment that I was giving it so much love, I felt it love me back, that I realized that separation is really an illusion. If you were, right now you're looking at Carla, but if you were to look at one of these cells of mine under a microscope, or an atom, or microbes, or whatever, all these tiny little things, you'd say, that's not Carla. That's an atom. That's a very stubborn weed. I have a few of those. Very stubborn thoughts that I don't want there. Gotta get to the root. If you don't get the root, then it's just gonna keep growing. All these things that appear, all these tiny little parts of me that appear to not be me, are actually me. And it's us. It's the same with us and the entire cosmos. We are literally just microorganisms of the entire cosmos. We look up at the stars and we think, oh, I'm separate from that. It's really not true. You look at your surroundings, and you're like, I'm not that sunflower. But you are connected. We're all microorganisms of this earth. And the earth is a microorganism of the cosmos. Like that dream I had where I was the blueberry bush over there, and Mom came and picked a blueberry off of me, and she said, what a sweet blueberry. And I was thinking, how can you think that that's all there is? Because I was the blueberry bush, but I was literally also this whole land, this whole earth. I was the starlight. I was the bird song. I was the elements, the composition of the soil, the altitude, the emotions of every single person on the planet, especially the ones who pass by me every day. Like, I couldn't understand how she could think that. That being said, everything affects everything. And that's a huge responsibility. It is when you take on the responsibility yourself and you see other people not taking on the responsibility. But the thing is once people see you start to do it, they'll realize that it's possible. Interesting that I would plant right here in front of this really stubborn weed. Made me think about my dad. My dad, who also resides here on this land. He has his ailments. And his mother chain smoked while he was in the womb. He has had lung issues ever since he was born, and I think a lifetime's worth of oxygen deprivation created brain damage because he's got dementia and all the symptoms of schizophrenia. And the mind is a supercomputer. It ends up creating whatever it is that you believe in. He thought I was like working for the CIA and the Taliban, and I was 19 when he knocked on the door and he said, "Carla, I renounce you. I know you're not my daughter, and I'll never believe anything you have to say to me ever again." And I was heartbroken because I spent all 19 years of my life carving myself into this, what my dad would consider to be a perfect human being, and here he rejected me anyway. That's how that goes, isn't it? And I've been responding to his aggression toward me over the years. At first with hurt, and then with aggression of my own. I've been responding to his aggression with aggression. But we have free will. And at first I was like, well, maybe if I'm nice to him, even if he's aggressive towards me, then maybe he'll see that and he'll love me. I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it so that he would love me, and so that he would stop hurting me. So then I stopped being nice to him once I realized it wasn't working. And I just started giving it back to him until I realized he's abusing me, and I'm giving it back to him to try to prove something. But in the end, I'm just abusing him. And that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel good. That's not what I want to do. So I went away. There's a part in book 5 where Vladimir decides to give up everything, give up writing the books. He starts drinking again. Because he doesn't want to feel like anybody's puppet. He doesn't want to feel like anyone has control over his destiny other than himself. But Anastasia explains to him, you're not just God's puppet. You're not just the universe's puppet. What controls coincidences is your own free will. We were born originally in the Garden of Eden, where everything we needed we already had. It was just supplied. We had no want for it. It was there. In this world, when we're born, we get taught that when we ask for what we need, not only do we not get the need met, we get punished for asking. So we have to go about it in these sneaky ways. And people generally go one of two ways. They either go the addiction route and say, whatever is not in my fucking control, why even bother? Why even try? I'm just gonna have a good time and spend my life partying and dissociated, trying to avoid the pain of not having what was always mine, always meant to be mine. Or you go the other route and you think you have to control everything. You see the people who are out of control, not taking accountability, and you're like, okay, well, therefore I have to have enough accountability for the both of us. I have to work twice as hard. No one else is holding themselves accountable, so therefore I have to be accountable for literally fucking everything. You have the people who are out of control. You have the people who are way too controlling. And they're both a trauma response. Neither is here nor there. Neither is worse or better than the other. They're both a natural response to unnatural conditions. So one is like, joy is my birthright. I'm going to have my joy at whatever expense. And the other is like, joy is my birthright. And I have to control. If I don't control everything, then I'm not going to get it. No one's going to help me get it. So I have to be the one to impose my will. I have to try to get love. You are love. It's hard to remember that sometimes. You know? Especially if we're in the fake world, eating fake food, working fake jobs under fake lights. It's hard to remember that. Even if you're not doing that, but everyone you know is doing that and you're just alone. Anastasia says it's not me, Vladimir, that's controlling your coincidences. It's you. Your desires control your coincidences. And your truth is only your own. If you're going and doing things to try to get love while forgetting that you are love, it's easy to do. Especially when we're always bombarded by things like Wi-Fi and radiation and RMFs and EMFs and all the pollution. It's a lot. it's so much to contend with. And we have to acknowledge, there comes a point where you have to acknowledge that. But there also comes a point where you make your decision to do your best with what you have and to believe in yourself and your dreams. Anastasia reveals the secret when she sings that lullaby to him. And she says, "I dare not come into your dream." I dare not come into your dream. Too tenderly, I love you. If you are love, you don't have to try to get love. It's like I need constant reminders of that for now, until I integrate the lesson, until I know it for sure. I don't have to just recall the information until the information is like alive in every moment in me. I don't need a cheat sheet. I read those words several times, but I'm only really just now beginning to understand them. We can't infringe on other people's free wills. And if we embody love, we don't have to. We don't have to impose ourselves. Love doesn't ask to be let in. Love is who we are. Love doesn't rap on the door and kick down the door like fear does. I dare not come into your dream. Too tenderly, I love you. I don't know if anyone needed to hear this today or if I just needed to hear myself say it. Either way, from my garden to yours, from my heart to yours, that's what I have to say today. It was nice coming home to this garden. All my volunteer sunflowers and delphinium. Here, let me show you. Volunteer sunflowers. That's a peach tree that I planted last fall. And there's another peach tree over there, but I have yet to weed that side. I've got lemon balm, anise hyssop, mugwort, mullein, strawberries, garlic, more sunflowers, and this is a volunteer peach tree. I did not transplant it. it just came up voluntarily from my compost pile, and I'm so excited. I think those 2 peach trees I'm going to keep here on my parents' land, but this one I'm going to plant on my kin's domain. And so I decided this morning that I'd come over here and meditate. I'd dream of being under this peach tree someday on my own land. And that's magic, baby. There's my delphinium. It's so pretty. My niece graduated high school yesterday. It was really special. My niece has transformed a lot this year. She found someone that she loves, and after years of having a crush on him and wondering if he liked her too, they got together. And she's always been beautiful, but like she has transformed over the last, between when she just got together with him when I left for Florida, and between now and coming back, she was always beautiful, but now she is so like astonishingly beautiful. And it's because she has someone telling her every day how beautiful she is. And therefore she believes it. And therefore she is beautiful. The mind is a supercomputer, so we can feed it these horrible thoughts and create these horrible realities, or we can feed it these really, really beautiful, wonderful thoughts and create a really, really beautiful, wonderful reality. It's a big responsibility. If anything, I want them to know how to keep their love alive, so I'm going to do my absolute best to lead by example. My niece doesn't have her mother, my sister, and so I'll step in where I can. God wants us to be happy, and that looks different for all of us. And happy doesn't mean, it might mean God wants us to be actually happy, not like, oh, I'm depressed, so I'm going to have a beer and numb out and pretend I'm happy, kind of happy. Not that kind of happy. God wants us to be actually happy. We can't do that unless we are surrounded by that which is alive. Unless we are surrounded by that which God created to regenerate us and keep us in a state of perpetual love. The thing is when you do something for yourself and it's true and it's in alignment with true happiness, you're not just doing it for yourself. You end up helping everybody. Not by enabling them, but by leading by example. And that's what I want to do with my life. I want to lead by example. Not coerce, not impose, just be. Like that flower in my garden. I'm so happy it exists. I didn't plant it this year. It just popped up and I'm like, ah! It makes me so happy. I want to have that effect. Like, you don't have to do anything. You just exist, and I'm glad you exist. Like, that's how I feel about everyone I love.